Hello. Just going to put my hearing aids back in. They needed new batteries. Okay. Put that in. So how's everybody doing today while I'm fiddling? Whew. It's a warm one, wasn't it? Okay, glasses back on, hearing aids in. Oh, how old am I? Okay, so let me just double check and make sure I'm going live in my lovely Facebook group, Breathwork Women's Circle, rather than actually on my Facebook profile. Because although that's fine, I don't mind, I want these sessions to be just for you guys. Yeah, there we go. Okay, fab. Now, I'm going to refresh, because I'm doing this on my laptop. I'm just going to refresh the screen. Although again, can't see any comments. Although I can see someone's watching live. So what I'll do is I will keep my phone on as well. And then hopefully I'll be able to see your comments and respond as well, but no guarantees. I'm not brilliant at multitasking. My daughters both did A-level psychology, and they both came back saying multitasking is actually a myth, that what it is your brain focusing on one thing and then quickly flipping to switch and focus on something else, and then it flips back, and then it flips back. So actually you're not multitasking, you're just focusing on one thing and then changing your focus. That certainly helped me feel a little less there we go. Right, okay, so I think that's me. Let me see if anyone else is actually going to join us, because today I want to talk to you all about, how we can link breath and our self-belief. Let me get my timer ready, because we'll need that as well, so that when we do our breathing together, remember we just do it for 5 minutes. That's all. Okay, so while you're waiting for me to faff around, whether you're watching live or you're watching it on replay in the Facebook group or as this video on my YouTube channel, I would love you to do our usual check-in. So drop a word or an emoji in the comments. How are you feeling today? What's your relationship with yourself right now? I know that does sound a little bit out there, a little bit wellness space, but you know what I mean? You being kind to yourself, or is that inner critic just having a field day today? So let me know in the comments. Let's refresh. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah. So I can see already got a lovely mix here. So some of you are being really gentle with yourselves, so bravo. And some of you, others, are wrestling with that familiar self-doubt. That's definitely what I'm doing today. All of it is completely normal and very human. I've got my fan on at the moment, so I'm just going to turn that off just in case it's messing with the sound. Okay, so today we are exploring something really close to my heart. That's breath and self-belief. So, you know, that voice in your head, that one that it questions everything you do. It tells you that you're not ready, you're not qualified, you're not enough. Yeah, that one. We all have her. But here's what I discovered. There's another voice too. Now, it's in there. It might be quieter. The one that actually knows what you need, that believes in your capabilities, and that remembers your magic even when you've forgotten it. So today, lovely peeps, we're going to use breath to connect with that wiser and more trusting part of yourself. So not through positive thinking or forcing yourself to feel confident, but through gentle and heart-centered breathing that helps you just drop into your inner knowing. It's not going to happen overnight, and with all the techniques that I show you, it takes time, it builds up. Like any muscle, you're practicing and you're getting better at it, but better at it by small increments each time. So let me just chuck in a little bit of science here. So when we breathe in a heart-focused way, it activates something called heart coherence. It's your heart rhythm becomes more ordered, which then sends signals to your brain that says you're safe. And of course, as you know, when we feel safe, we can access our natural wisdom and our self-trust. It's not all knee-jerk reactions, yeah? Now, this isn't becoming someone different. It's about remembering who you already are underneath all of that noise. Okay, now I'm going to be using some affirmations today, but I just want to say something about affirmations. Now, you may have noticed that repeating affirmations doesn't always work, especially if part of you doesn't actually believe what you're saying. Now, that's not because you're doing it wrong. It's because your subconscious is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and that's keep you safe. If a statement feels like a threat to what your nervous system believes is true, it'll reject it. So in my one-to-one client work, we spend a lot of time gently uncovering those stories, you know, those beliefs, that conditioning and old narratives that just sit behind or sit beneath the surface. And often these stories, they were formed to protect us, to keep us safe, but they actually begin to start to limit us over time. And that's where breathwork becomes really powerful. It allows us to work with our body, not just the mind. We're creating the safety and, you know, that spaciousness to shift those deeper patterns. It's definitely, it's not about forcing belief, you know. It's about creating space for a new truth to rise, just naturally and somatically. So tonight, when we use the affirmations, they are certainly not declarations, okay? They are invitations, soft offerings. Your body can lean into it at its own pace, and your subconscious can listen to and take heed of without feeling threatened, without feeling this is something dangerous. Yeah? Okay. Any questions? Let me just refresh the screen. Now, for those of you watching on replay or watching on YouTube, hi. If you do have any questions at any point, pop them in the chat, because I will come back again and again. So I'll get notifications anytime someone leaves a comment. So I'll come on and answer your questions, all right? So just because you're not here live with the rest of us doesn't mean to say you won't get heard and I don't see you, all right? Okay, so as usual, let me just take a little drink of water. Very thirsty today. So we're going to get comfortable. So find a position that feels good. So you can either sitting, lying down, whatever works for your body today. If you are sitting up, then obviously I want you to make sure that you are fully supported and your back is up straight and your chest is out and your shoulders are down. Okay, because we want to give our chest cavity as much space as possible to breathe. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're led down or sat down. You'll get the same. I personally prefer to lie down because I find it tricky to support my head. As weird as it sounds, I get all tense. So I prefer a horizontal position. But, that's just me. Find the position that suits you. Okay? Okay, fab. So, what I'd like you to do first of all is I want you just to bring your hands up to your heart space. Okay? I want you to actually feel the warmth of your palm against your chest. If you're like me, seeming to be having a hot flush, it just feels like a radiator or hot water bottle just on your chest. Perhaps you've got cold hands and perhaps it feels lovely and cool at the moment. Feel free to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Just anything to help you to really notice how your hands feel on your chest. The weight of them, the temperature, the presence. I just want you to notice your heartbeat if you can. Or simply just the rise and fall of your chest. So what we're going to do is just start by connecting just your heart space. This isn't about emotions or feelings. It's just about, the physical awareness of this part, this area of your body, that cavity that holds that amazing heart of yours. I want you to just breathe naturally and imagine that you're breathing directly into the space right under your hand. Not forcing anything though, just gently directing your attention there. Good. Beautiful natural breathing. With each breath, you can let your chest soften and expand. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just bring it back gently to the feeling of your hand on your chest, a hand on your heart space, the feeling of your skin or the clothes, the fabric beneath your palm, your fingers, as you're breathing, how that's moving. Beautiful. Keep breathing, just lovely and natural. We're training our awareness just to stay within us instead of being tempted elsewhere. And notice what's happening in our bodies, this beautiful organism we live in. Because it is absolutely amazing. And although we are all humans, we are completely unique. You may notice that your breath has naturally changed. You may notice that your shoulders or neck doesn't seem to hold the tension that it did. It's all good. We're just noticing our own reactions. And in a moment I'm going to let you have 30 seconds of silence, and I'd like you to notice at this point, this first silence, what's happening in your heart space. You feeling any warmth, tingling, any expansion? I want you to try and imagine, try and work out what's your body telling you right now. And then when you hear my voice again, we'll move on to the next part of this evening's breathing. Okay, so I've got you all nice and calm after whatever sort of day you've had today. So now we're going to add some very gentle words to support self-belief. Again, as I've said, not forcing positive thoughts or any toxic positivity here. We're just offering yourself some kindness. So we're going to do heart-focused breathing. So if it feels comfortable, still keep your hand over your heart space, and maybe you can feel your heartbeat under your hand. Maybe you even find your breathing just falls into the natural rhythm that follows the beating of your heart. Or perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps your heart is beating in a way that follows your breathing. So each time you inhale, I want you to silently offer yourself these 3 words. I trust myself. So every time you breathe in your mind, you are saying, I trust myself. And the inhalation pulls it in. I trust myself. I'll keep doing that for a little while. Every time you breathe in, you say to yourself, I trust myself. I trust myself. Now we're going to add to that. So as you inhale, you are thinking, I trust myself. And then on each exhale, I want you to think, I am enough. So breathe in, I trust myself. Breathe out, I am enough. In, I trust myself. Out, I am enough. I trust myself. I am enough. And as I said right at the very beginning, if those words don't feel right today, that's okay. Choose your own. Maybe I am learning every time you inhale. And then every time you exhale, I am growing. Or perhaps you might prefer, I am here. And then when you exhale, that is enough. I want you to trust what feels true for you right now. I'm not trying to brainwash you or toxic positivity. We're just using the heart-focused breathing to be kind to yourself. As you inhale, good, and then as you exhale, I am learning to trust myself. I am open to being enough. Keep breathing. I want you to breathe in your truth, whatever that may be. A bit of kind positivity. And then I want you to breathe out just what you need to release. Because you are amazing. And you are enough. And you are wonderful. We just need to remind you. That voice deep within you, she knows. She's just forgotten. And I'm here to help her remember. So keep breathing. We've got a few more minutes left. I don't want you to worry if you don't fully believe the words completely, okay? Just let them be gentle offerings to yourself, okay? Just sometimes we need to hear something before we can believe it. And sometimes we need to hear that thing more than once. I'm here to tell you, you are enough. You are amazing. So we're almost coming to the end of our 5 minutes of breathing. And so I'm going to give you another 30 seconds of silence. And at this silence, again, we're just going to pause and check in. And I want you to notice, how do those words land in your body? What feels different from when you started? Does anything feel different? Because there's no judgment, just curiosity, you know? Curiosity about your inner landscape, your subconscious, that you beneath the surface. And then at the end of the 30 seconds, you'll hear my voice again, and then we're going to move on to our final practice, practice 3. Okay? So just keep breathing, just notice what's happening inside your body. So I wonder how that last silence compared to the previous 2. It's all interesting. So for this last practice, we're going to breathe into that part of you that knows things, you know, your intuition, your inner wisdom, your magic. Again, I want you to keep one hand on your heart, and if it feels right, I want you to place the other hand on your tummy. Still with your eyes closed. I want you to imagine that there is a gentle golden light in your heart space. It's not bright or overwhelming, just a beautiful, soft, warm glow. This is your inner knowing, your magic, your truth. And then with each inhale for the next 5 minutes, you're going to breathe into that light, letting it expand gently through your chest. And then with each exhale, I want you to let that light flow through your whole body, down your arms, into your tummy, down your legs, Not forcing it, mind you, just allowing. If you find picturing things in your head tricky, just know that it's there. Sense that feeling, that warm, soft, golden light is there in your heart space. And as you're breathing in, it's growing. You can feel it growing through your heart space. It's a beautiful, soft, warm glow. And as you exhale, you can feel it. You can feel it spreading outwards. Keep breathing. Nice and steady. Keep that hand on your heart. That helps you focus your mind on that part of your body. That we're not just focusing on our physical here. This breath is focusing on your energetic self. Beautiful, keep breathing. You know, this light represents everything you already know about yourself. Your strength, your wisdom, your unique gifts. And it's always there, even when you can't see it. Keep breathing. Got a couple more minutes left. I want you to breathe in and expand that light. And then as you gently breathe out, you're just going to let it fill you completely. It feels so good. And the fact that it's always there. That beautiful inner light of yours. We're just allowing it to grow and spread throughout your whole being. The breath is your conduit. It's allowing you to focus. It's allowing you to notice. And we're coming up to our final 30 seconds of silence. I want you to keep breathing for the moment. But when the silence happens, I want you to rest for a moment and notice, well, what do you notice about the inner light, this magic of yours? How does it feel to acknowledge it, even if you're doing it quietly, even if it's the first time? Just notice what it feels like. Okay, last few breaths. And then I'm going to let you have that 30 seconds of silence. And when you hear my voice again, we'll just be in that last section. Okay. So now for these last few breaths, I want you to let everything be natural. I want you to keep your hands where they are. I mean, if it feels good, or you can just let them rest wherever feels comfortable, okay? I just want you to take a moment, just to appreciate yourself for showing up here today live or watching the video, because I want you to appreciate the fact that you were willing to connect with your own wisdom. And I want us to share one more breath. So one more lovely deep breath in, and then I want you to let it go with a big sigh. Well, you know I like things of three, so let's do it again. In. And last one. In. Let's make sure you're back into your alpha brainwave state. I want you to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move those shoulders and head around, and then when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. I don't want you to get blinded by your room. I've got sunlight just streaming through my windows at the moment. So how was that for everyone? As normal, I love to hear from you. I know some of you prefer sending me messages through Messenger, DMs, and that's fine, that's lovely. I love our chats, it's brilliant. So those of you watching live, drop a word in the comments about what you're taking away from this session tonight. Obviously, if you're watching on replay or watching the video on YouTube, again, drop a comment in, and then when you comment, I'll be notified and I'll be able to read what you got from today. Maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's something you noticed about yourself, or maybe it's just, that sense of having connected with your own inner knowing. Let's refresh the screen. Okay, yeah. Lovely. Oh, lovely. Yeah. So I struggle with, that voice, that little self-doubt. Unfortunately, she's not going anywhere, okay? But that's actually fine. And if you're the same, that's okay. That little voice, our subconscious, it is there to protect us. But now I want you to know, well, you do know how to connect with that other voice too, okay? The one that trusts you and believes in your magic. And quick plug here. So speaking of remembering your magic, if you've been thinking about joining my 4-day free challenge, Remember Your Magic, starts next week on Tuesday the 19th of August at 9 a.m. 2025. After this session, it might be the perfect time, It's all about reconnecting with that inner wisdom that we just touched on this evening, and just learning to trust yourself again. As we've had decades, generations of second guessing our voice, keeping our voice quiet. And it's time we spoke up, it's time we reconnected. If you're on the fence, wondering if this is for you, or thinking, I don't know, not spiritual enough, or don't have time, or anything like that. I mean, those thoughts are completely normal. I have those thoughts when I'm thinking about doing new things. And that's okay. But maybe, just maybe, that's exactly why you need this, I will pop the link in the comments if you want to join us, which I hope you do. I hope you all want to join us, because I've got some amazing things planned. Right, so I've gone slightly over the half an hour, sorry about that, but I hope you find it's worth it. Thanks for showing up and being willing to connect to your own magic today. I won't be on Taster Tuesday next week because that's my Remember Your Magic challenge. So I'm not doing a Taster Tuesday session, but I will be here the week after, end of the month. So hopefully I'll see many of you in the challenge. We're doing a lot of experimentation with breathing. Okay, so thanks very much and speak to you soon. Bye.